So yesterday I put a video on Bruno Guimaraes to Arsenal. I'm recording this video at 1 a.m. So I'm hoping by the time this video comes out there is not much changes. But Ben Jacobs has confirmed on Twitter that Arsenal are now prepared to make a formal bid to Newcastle. The £55 million verbal approach through intermediaries was rejected, but direct club-to-club contact is now expected. Fabrizio Romano is also reporting that Arsenal are internally discussing returning with a new offer. This is no longer a rumour, guys. Now let's talk about it. Now, the initial offer was around £55 million. Now, in a normal transfer market, that's a reasonable fee for a 28-year-old with 2 years left on his contract. But this market is anything but normal. Elliot Anderson, guys, has just left for £120 million. Newcastle know what they can demand right now, and they're going to use that as a reference point. The reports suggest a bid around £65 million. I do apologize if you could hear the fan, guys. It is so hot right now. And my view is, look, Arsenal just pay it, literally pay it, because what he brings to this squad justifies that fee. He is a midfielder who can play multiple positions, the number 6, the number 8. He can play in the double pivot, he can play in the midfield 3, and that matters under Arteta. But the most important thing for me, what it means for Declan Rice. Declan Rice has played an enormous amount of football over the last year. Premier League, Champions League, World Cup. He's been running on fumes at this point, and we have no genuine cover for him. If Rice picks up a long-term injury, because he could with the amount of minutes he's playing, we have a very serious problem. And Bruno resolves that. He can step in at a 6, and the drop-off will be minimal. And beyond that, look, if Arsenal are really trying to win the league, again, every position needs to be improved, or at least have minimum quality depth. Midfield is an area where right now, in terms of quality, we are a bit thin. Zubimendi dropped off towards the end of the season. Lewis Skelly is still developing, and Bruno raises the ceiling of this squad. That is what a title-winning team, if we want to go back-to-back, that's exactly what we need. Now, in terms of Newcastle are publicly saying they won't sell. But if you look at the situation practically, Bruno is 28 years old. He has 2 years left on his deal. And that is not a comfortable position for them. They either sell now and get a strong fee, or risk losing him for nothing in 2027. Something is clearly encouraging Arsenal to go back with another bid. My strong suspicion is that Bruno's camp have been in talks, and they made it known he's known to the move. Because why wouldn't he be? Why wouldn't he be? Also are Premier League champions. That is a legitimate step up for his career. Now, if you compare him to the other midfielders Arsenal have been linked with, Tonali is a good player, but he's still, I don't know, he's a good player, but I think Bruno is better. Then you got, of course, the young options like Alex Scott, Buwadi, who are promising, but they're both they're unproven at the top level. Just like Buwadi still needs, with Alex Scott, we're gonna have to see maybe another season, but Buwadi is still unproven at the top level, and Bruno is the best name on that list. He is Premier League proven. He's physically ready, and he has the intelligence as well to fit Arteta's system straight away. There's also an interesting dynamic with what happens with Newcastle, because surely they cannot sell both Tonali and Bruno and Anthony Gordon in the same window. I mean, the Newcastle fans are going to go crazy. So also need to move fast, get the Bruno deal done before Newcastle start entertaining their Tonali offers, because at that point their hand is forced and this deal will just become way more complicated. So yeah, I mean, this is a type of deal where it's going to probably conclude after the World Cup. But I think the critical fact, I think the most important thing is Bruno himself. Newcastle will hold firm as long as he stays quiet. The moment he pushes for the move, that's when the deal is probably going to get done. So that's the one thing Arsenal fans need to watch out for. But yeah, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think £65 million is worth it? Is he a signing that you think really moves Arsenal forward? I'm interested to know how you guys feel for this news. Well, react to this news. But it's going to be a very interesting few days. So hopefully by next week we're going to get more information. But my stance on this one, at first when he came yesterday, I wanted him. Well, I was a bit like, I would say 80% wanted him. But now I'm like 100% in. I am in the Bruno boat. Get this guy signed in. He has everything. and he would just fit perfectly into the Arsenal team. And like I said, he was one of those players I used to hate Arsenal playing against. Literally just used to hate it. And now with him on our side, let's just hope he puts the same pain that he put me through to the rivals. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Let me know what you think about this deal. Do you think it's going to get done, or do you think Arsenal are just doing the usual thing with Berto where they look at multiple targets and then at the end they're gonna pick one? But yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens in the next few days. Like I said, we're probably going to get more of an update next week. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Oh my god, I almost dropped my mic. Sorry. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.